Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to try to do like up close whispering, maybe even inaudibly whispering. I had this thing planned out that I was going to do today, and I just never had the motivation to do it, so I wanted to do one of my other ideas. That was talking about my ghost experiences. I'm not gonna call them like ghost stories, because they're not really stories, they're just short experiences. And it's totally fine if you don't believe in this stuff. Maybe these things were weird coincidences, but yeah, I do believe in them. My mom believes in them, so like, yeah, she tried to learn how to like talk to them and stuff. And so there's some weird stories about her and things that happen in her room that they don't happen in any other part of the house. But I think I'm going to start with some of the ones that I was told or I remember from when I was younger. Probably first would be the one about my brother. He, I think we were staying at my Nana's apartment or condo, whichever one it was at the time. And he was really small, like I probably said that already, he was small. And I guess me and my sister would share the bed. She had one of those like long beds that had a back to it on the long side, kind of looking like a couch. And I guess my sister and I would sleep in there. Sorry if you can hear my stomach gurgling. I haven't eaten yet. I literally got out of bed to do this. But we would sleep on there, and then I guess my mom and my brother would sleep on the floor. And I may not be telling this completely correctly because I'm only going off of memory of what I was told, but my mom woke up one day and my brother was like waving at the ceiling, and so my mom thinks that he was waving at her dad. I can't remember if he said something that made her think that. I'd have to ask her. Maybe if I remember to ask her, I might write it in the description if I forgot something. But I feel like he said something that made her think it was our grandpa that has passed away. So, oh gosh, my eye. Can you tell I just got out of bed? My eyes are like poofy. Mostly this one. I don't know why. Hello. It's also the shadowing. I don't know. My eyes are weird this morning. I'm sorry. Okay. So there's that. And that's not scary. Like, I would say maybe only a few of these are like scary. Like they made my heart race, but not like anything was happening to harm anyone, I don't think. So, let's go on to the next one. The next one that I think happened after what happened to my brother, not right away, but, in chronological order. I used to have an imaginary friend, as most children do, and I was told to go upstairs one day and make my bed. And so I went up there, and I think I was alone. I don't think my sister was there. I think she had already made her bed, because that's how she is. And so I went up there one day, and my imaginary friend's name was Sully, because I like Monsters Inc., okay? So his name was Sully, and I was like, okay, Sully, we have to make the bed today. And the corner of my bed cover whatever you call it, the duvet, the comforter, it was like folded over, so it was like folded over itself, so the corner did that in front of my eyes. And I just went and told everyone that Sally helped me make my bed, and I'm sure they, were like, okay, cool, like, yeah. But then no, as I got older, I told my mom. I don't think my dad cared, but I told my mom that the comforter moved, and that's what I meant by him helping me make my bed. So he moved the comforter, or somebody moved the comforter, and that wasn't me. So there's that. See, so this wasn't scary. I was just very convinced that it was my imaginary friend. That's it. And let's see. I'm sure there have been other things that happened in between that time, but I'm only really remembering those two things. And my mom used to go do crazy stuff with Ouija boards and graveyards. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't. Okay. I'm sure there's been other things maybe that followed that, but I'm only really remembering now the things that have happened since I moved to a different state. So those were all when I lived in the previous state. And I just don't remember anything else, I don't think, from living there. So we're gonna skip ahead to about, I'm trying to think if this next one I'm thinking of is the next one. Probably. So this one is, I was about 13, maybe. I would say 13, maybe 12, because I lived in a house closer to where I went to school, and it was like right in the town, and it was a very old house. It's one where it had an apartment on the upper level and an apartment on the lower level. It was really weird because it was basically like the guy's mom who owned it, like him, the son, lived in the basement, and we've been in there like one or two times, and it did more look like a basement than an apartment. It was kind of weird, but that's where he lived and probably still lives. And so we lived on the upper level of this older split house thing. We were renting it, and I was in my room I shared with my sister, and I can't remember what I was doing. I had posters all over my walls in this bedroom, so I don't know if I was like putting up a new poster or staring at a poster, or I was just facing the wall doing homework or something. I was just facing the corner, and kind of corner-ish, the wall, and I was doing something, and I was very into whatever I was doing. I was like looking at something, or doing homework, and I heard footsteps all of a sudden rushing up behind me, and my door was closed, but they sounded like right next to my bed. They were coming up quick, and then I saw like this shadow on my wall, and I turned around really quick because obviously you're like, who's behind me? And no one was there. And my mom, being the crazy person she is, crazy in a good way, if she's going to watch this, crazy in a good way. If she's going to watch this, maybe she can leave the answers to the blanks I have left in the comments. But yeah, she was like, why didn't you say hello? Would that be your first reaction, to just turn around and be like, hello? I mean, now it is. Now it's because it's like everyone's like, hello. But no, that wasn't my first reaction. My first reaction was, what the heck's behind me? I didn't say that, but I was just, you turn like that. And nothing was there. Nothing was there. So yeah, made me uncomfortable, but at least I didn't have to sleep in that room alone. So that was a plus. That house did scare me though. It had a weird attic, just full of big dust balls. And I always thought there was going to be a dead animal up there. There never was. But it was just a weird setup of a house. So, I believe that is the only thing I experienced in that house. Trying to think if I thought I remembered something else in between that, but I'm thinking that didn't happen there. No, I don't think that happened there. Now we're in the house I'm in now, if I'm thinking in the right order. Now we're in the house I'm in now, and the first few things I'm remembering are, let's see, so my mom had a friend that I think she worked with, and he ended up passing away. And she and him were close. And for a while after he had passed, she had experienced a few things, but I can't remember exactly what everything was. So the one thing I am remembering is that on her mirror, I was going to say window, mirror in her bathroom, she wipes it down with her towel and everything, so there shouldn't be handprints on it, and we don't go in there and put our hands on the mirror. Of course there's going to be handprints on our mirror. We were younger and stuff, and so people touch the mirror or whatever, somebody pokes the mirror, somebody draws on the mirror, And I think one time when she got out of the shower, she said there was steam, and I don't remember if something was written in the steam, but there was a handprint, and I can't remember if she said it was bigger than hers, but I'm sure it was, because she had a feeling it was his, like leaving a sign that he was okay. And so that was pretty interesting, and us being younger, we were kind of like, okay, sure, but who knows. The next few things are, again, people think they're my grandpa. I haven't seen him yet in the house, but I think my mom or my sister, it's one of the people I live with, I don't know, and my sister's boyfriend and my nana have all been to my house before, and they have all claimed that in the dark downstairs, or looking down our stairs little hall thing, they have seen a shadow figure at the bottom of the stairs. Now, I think my nana was the first one to see this. Again, if I'm wrong, I will correct this after I figure this out, but like I said, this was last minute, so I just sat down. I believe my nana, one of the times she stayed here, I can't remember why she stayed here, unless she didn't live as close to us as she does now. She stayed here one night, and I think it was when she was downstairs. I don't know, she was probably sleeping on the couch or something, but she said she saw a figure at the bottom of the stairs, just standing there, and I don't think it moved. It was just there. And then I don't know the story behind my sister's boyfriend seeing it. I just know he saw him. and he's scared, I think, to go down there by himself in the dark because he doesn't know if he's going to see him again. And I kind of understand. It's kind of weird when you see somebody in the dark standing at the bottom of the stairs. And yeah, I swear one other person, my mom or my sister, has seen him down there, but they all think it's my grandpa. So again, that's not scary. I mean, it's probably scary when you're seeing it, like I said, but nothing outrageous. So hoping they're all friendly spirits, ghosts, whatever it may be. I thought I had one to follow that. So I think I'm caught up there, unless I'm forgetting anything. Maybe I'll save it. Maybe I'll write it down, save it for next year. But I think we're gonna move on to everything my mom has experienced since quarantine started. And I say everything, but I don't know everything. I just know most of it. So this is probably the scariest stuff of them all. In the night, not late night. Sometimes it's around 10 something. Sometimes it's around 11 something. People will hear my mother scream in the dark. I have only recently heard it. I usually sleep through it, so I never heard it before. Sometimes I thought I heard something, and I'm like, oh, like I was woken from my sleep a little bit, and I'm like, but then it was quiet again, so I'm like, maybe she screamed. I don't know, and then I'd go back and sleep. But no, like the first time it happened was really weird because I don't remember if I didn't hear it at all. Like, I think I didn't hear it at all, and I slept through it, and Jordan, my sister, she woke up the next day and was like, did you hear our mother scream last night? And I was like, what? No. And she was like, yeah, she screamed, and I went to check on her. Maybe I heard my sister asking if she was alright. I think I heard that, but I don't know. So she went in there and was like, are you okay? And she was like, yeah, I just saw something. And I think that was the first time. The second time it happened, my sister's boyfriend was here. I don't think he's comfortable going into my mom's room and by himself. I don't remember. He said something about maybe he said he wasn't going to be able to sleep anymore here. But he does just fine. So he was here with my sister one night, and I think I slept through it again. But they heard her scream, and he was like, what was that? I don't know if my sister told him about the first time, or this, I don't know how many times before he was actually here that this happened, because I'm sure Jordan told him that it happened. And I think they heard her scream one time, and I think he just immediately said, I'm not going to be able to sleep at night now. So, yeah, but my mom gets people, like she's had, how did she describe it? I don't think they're shadow people. I think they're more of a mist, she says. They're more of like a white mist sometimes. Sometimes she has people, like, when she opens her eyes, they're standing over her like this, looking right at her. And that's why she screams, because you wake up and you're like, why is there somebody in my face? Of course. So yeah, she's had like people standing at the foot of her bed, but she, like, that's the ones, like, I get weirded out when they're like looking at her when she wakes up. I have never seen them. My sister's never seen them. It only happens in her room when she is getting ready for bed, sleeping in the dark by herself in the quiet. So it might be people, like I said, she took some sort of class to try to learn how to talk to people. That could be people trying to come to her, spirits trying to come to her, to talk to her. But she just asks them to please go away. And they do. So it's yeah. I don't know if she's had the same person over her at all. I would think she probably has, because if they have something to say, they're probably going to keep coming back. But yeah, she just says something to them that's like not rude or anything. She says something to ask them to go away so she can go to sleep. And yeah, she told me one time there was, I don't know if there were two or if it was the same one, but there was a white mist, I think, and somebody's head hung on the wall like a taxidermy thing. She said she looked over at her wall and there was just a head hanging off of it. I don't know. So yeah, sorry if this isn't relaxing. I don't mean to scare anyone if I am. Yeah, but I did want to tell you guys some ghost stories up close and like whispering, because maybe you're looking for a spook, because it is the night before Halloween. The day before Halloween, sorry. Close enough. I don't think there are any other ones that stand out to me that I really remember what she said to me from that, but I have heard 2 or 3 screams now, and that's not all of them. It just happens sometimes, and we'll wake up the next morning and go downstairs and ask her. We'll be like, "Did you scream last night? Because I thought I heard you scream." And she's like, "Yeah, and nobody checked on me." No, because now we're used to it and we're just like, she's fine, she's fine, she's okay. We hope she's okay. Yeah, I think that's everything I have today. If you guys want me to do another kind of video like this, I can try to write down things I remember. I was going to try to talk about, I probably still could, but I don't know, because I don't remember everything. I was going to try to talk about this one time we went to it's not abandoned, it's the old jail and sheriff's house in our town. People can go in it, take tours of it. You can do ghost tours. You can do haunted houses in it. They do haunted houses in the old jail. And they just have different kind of scary things you can do. So this one time, I guess, I don't know how far I'm going to go into it, we went to this one ghost hunt with my mom and who is her ex-boyfriend now. We did that for her birthday. She really likes ghost stuff, as you probably can imagine, because I said she was trying to learn how to talk to spirits and things. So she's really into ghost stuff. And when this opportunity came up, she was like, "Yeah, well, we should do it." So she bought tickets for the 3 of us to go, and it was like a dinner before with the people. And I have videos on my main channel if you want to go watch them. They're just like in the dark because, we were trying to talk to ghosts and stuff. But we were there with Doogie from the Wraith Chasers, if you've seen that on probably the Travel Channel. I don't remember what channel they have their show on, but I think they've had a few shows. So we got to meet him and do a ghost hunt with him in the upper level where they had the kids who were in prison stay. So these kids were on the upper level. That was really cool. We got to use one of the, I can't remember. One of the spirit boxes. We got to use that, or the one, is that the same thing as a spirit box? The one that sweeps the radio stations, or is that just the one that they can talk to you through? We used something like that to talk to them. And I think I got my responses on video, like the responses on video. I can't remember if I said something and somebody responded, but I do have that whole thing if you want to listen to me talk, my mom talk. We're all just standing there, people are talking around us, but when we get quiet, it's sweeping the stations, you'll be able to hear it. And, we get responses. So, that was cool. The other guy, I'm not sure how many people know of him. His name's Rick Wade. He did another thing with us. I can't remember. We didn't use the same kind of device, but we all got to carry individual things to try to read meters and stuff. And I don't remember exactly what we experienced with him alone. I don't think we experienced much. Like in the videos he says things, but I think he's kind of reaching. Like, I don't really always understand where he was pulling this stuff from. So yeah, that was interesting. There was we had one thing that gave me chills because we had to go in this cell. I can't remember all the words, so sorry, but we were in this cell where they would go to just hang out. Like a few of them would be in there. There was a table made of cement. It was a cement table in the middle of the room, and they wanted us all to sit around this, and they closed us in the cell. And so we picked up something, and I can't remember if it was like somebody asking for a cigarette or if it was somebody saying something about cards. But yeah, like I said, I can't remember this stuff, and I'm sure they both posted it on their Facebook pages, but I'm not willing to go back that far and look for it, because this was like 2 years ago now. Yeah, well, was that 2 years ago? Last year? It feels like forever. I don't know. But we did that, and I just remember being really amazed by the stuff we did with Doogie, because like we were getting a lot of responses to things we were asking. So like I said, if you're interested in seeing that, I do have the videos on my main channel. You can get to my main channel. I don't know if it's in the description or at the end of this video when it's got the little circles. It's the one that doesn't look like the icon for this channel. So if you want to go see those, they're not that far down. But it'll say like Ghost Hunt at Old Jail. It'll say that. I thought we picked up something from that. I'm trying to remember like the two major things that happened there, but I really can't, because we talked to the lady who is looking after the jail quite a bit, because she hosts craft shows there sometimes just to make extra money for the old jail. So we've done 3 there, and we've talked to her quite a bit. So she just tells us like that women get their hair pulled sometimes, and my mom is laughing now, so sorry, I'm probably not gonna cut it out. But yeah, women get their hair pulled. I can't remember if she said they've picked up voices, because she'll take devices and just go walk around and do stuff because she's interested in it too. So she's picked up voices. There is, I'm not going to tell you where it is, because, but there are videos on the YouTubes where we are of the jail, and people have picked up very interesting comments from the spirits. I cannot pull them from memory right now, but I just remember I watched it before we went to the event thing we did there. And I just remember being scared, but I was hoping we would get something like that. And it was so weird and fun at the same time. They also did a thing with us where we each got to go in our own cell. I, of course, did not go alone. I had my mom and her ex-boyfriend in the jail with me. So we were all three locked into this one. And it was really cool. It was really cool, but nothing happened. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to stop because I talked for an extra 10 minutes. And that wasn't really a complete ghost story at the end. That was just like going to a ghost hunt that I was telling you about. So, yeah. I think that's it. So thank you for watching this video. If you watched the whole thing, I know I talked quite a bit, but if it interests you, then, now you know some things that have happened to me, around me, in my home, with spirits. Like I said, totally fine. If you don't believe it, I understand not everyone, cares for that, thinks it's real, stuff like that. So yeah, this could be just a little bit of fun for you for the spoopy season. But yes, I appreciate you watching this. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will hopefully be back to just, pretty regular content. I'm not doing any kind of Thanksgiving content unless you want me to do some sort of Thanksgiving video right before Thanksgiving, but we're going into November, and I have just a few ramble videos previously recorded from when I felt like rambling, so I'm gonna mix those in with other role plays I'm gonna film from here on out. So I'll see you guys in another video.